I could make out a random piece of furniture covered with white cloth.
Floor F for death.
It looked like it hadn't been touched in years. I thought I might have gotten off on the wrong floor, so I checked the buttons. But none of them were lit up.
It's an abandoned floor.
Then, I noticed something moving at the end of the dark.
Oh! Have I got something special for you today, guys? Wansee Entertainment is one of my favorite animators. We've been watching him on the channel for quite a while now, and we recently got permission for Nightmare Files, one of the coolest voices for narrators of horror stories on the internet. Today, Wansee Entertainment has a video on his channel called The True Old Building Horror Story, and guess who's narrating it? That's right, Nightmare Files. We finna get into it. Make sure to head on over to Wansee's channel, subscribe to him, hit the notification bell, and if you like reaction videos, make sure to subscribe to this channel as well, guys. Let's get into the animation. True Old Building Horror Story, animated.
One evening, I was looking for an internet cafe because I needed to send a few emails.
All right.
I spotted one in an old building. The sign said it was on the 6th floor.
Okay.
When I walked through the entrance, there was a dark hallway that led to a small elevator.
I like the posters.
I pressed the call button, and when the doors opened, I stepped inside.
Now, I'm not from a big city or anything, but I've been to a lot of bigger cities, and they have these office buildings with just all kind of stuff in them. Kind of like, see, we have shopping malls. They usually only one story. Some of them are 2 stories, but like I haven't been accustomed to that. And I know like nowadays law offices and doctors' offices and a lot of other places are starting to get into these buildings just for convenience. You go to one place and you have all of this stuff available. So in a larger city, it's probably pretty normal.
In a lot of Asian countries, many buildings do not have a 4th floor. The number 4 is considered bad luck because the word 4 sounds almost the same as the word for death.
We have unlucky number 13 around here. I've been told 2 different things. Is 13 lucky or unlucky? Some buildings around here don't have floor 13 because it's considered unlucky. Now, I can see if like you were a hotel. If you had a 13th floor and you had everything was full except for on the 13th floor, you might lose business just because people are superstitious. It's a very real thing. Some people are very scared of superstitions, you know?
When it stopped and the doors opened, I was about to step out when I realized that something was wrong. The hallway was in total darkness. By the light emanting from the elevator, I could make out a random piece of furniture covered with white cloth.
Floor F for death.
It looked like it hadn't been touched in years. I thought I might have gotten off on the wrong floor, so I checked the buttons. But none of them were lit up. There was nothing to indicate which floor I was on.
It's an abandoned floor.
Then, I noticed something moving at the end of the dark.
Oh, the grudge sound again. God dang it. We just reacted to something with the grudge sound the other day. Look, y'all, I'm going to have to just watch that movie again and get it out my system because I swear, that is the creepiest sound, dude.
I couldn't quite make out what it was, but it looked like a person dressed in some type of gown.
Oh, and it's like the Ring.
Figure was moving slowly down the hallway.
Dude, and he's in the elevator.
Out and in a panic, I started pressing the
go.
All of a sudden, the light in the elevator flickered.
Oh my God, he's screwed, dude.
Into the pitch darkness. I was so freaked out, I almost wet myself.
I guess.
Just as I was about to lose it completely, the lights flickered back on.
She disappeared.
The doors closed. The elevator jolted back to life and began to ascend again.
It was an illusion, an apparition.
When the doors opened this time, I was at the internet cafe.
Welcome to the internet cafe.
I went over to the counter and told the girl who worked there and what had happened.
What? How you just gonna meet a perfect stranger? Say, floor F. There was a ghost and she tried to eat me, and I was stuck in the elevator. And God, no, you don't tell people stuff like that, man. You gonna get yourself admitted to a freaking psych ward.
As she listened, her face grew pale. She said that some of the customers and a few of her co-workers had experienced the same thing. She had never experienced anything herself, but she told me about the history of the building.
So a lot of people have gone in there and told her about stuff like that. Let's see what happened, man.
Apparently, the 4th floor had been a hair salon at one time.
Okay.
It was prospering and doing pretty good.
All right.
Until one of the women who worked there killed herself in the salon.
Oh, no.
Nobody knew the reason why.
work?
The salon continued to operate, but they were plagued by weird and inexplainable events.
At work? How you gonna do that at your job, man? That's like I don't know why people choose. I mean, I know why people choose to do that, but if you're gonna choose to do, why wouldn't you do that at your house? At your job? That just seems weird, man.
Sometimes when customers were having their hair washed, the water would turn red as blood.
Dude, can you imagine the lawsuit nowadays? Oh my God, bloodborne illnesses and stuff. They washed me with blood at the salon. Every lawyer in the world would be all over that case. We talking headlines, and you'd be traumatized for life because you literally got bled on. That's some Amityville level horror stuff, bruh.
Other people claimed that when they looked in the mirror, they would catch glimpses of a ghostly figure standing behind them. When they turned around, there would be no one there.
I'm out!
Because of these events, the salon developed a bad reputation and began to lose customers.
And they closed down.
Eventually, they were forced to close down.
Mm-hmm.
The building's owner tried to rent the 4th floor out to other businesses, but when they found out what had happened, nobody would take it.
Plus, it's on the 4th floor.
Finally,
Unlucky.
the owner reduced the price to nearly nothing, and it was rented by a businessman who planned to open a stationery supply store. However, when they tried to do some renovations on the floor, there was a series of mysterious accidents.
Uh-oh.
The workmen's tools would sometimes disappear, only to be found in strange places. A large mirror suddenly shattered when nobody was near it.
That would probably freak me out.
And the workman had his hand crushed when the elevator closed unexpectedly. Eventually, the workmen were so spooked that they refused to continue.
Bruh, some of these places that I've seen investigated on these ghost hunter shows and stuff, like, you know, there's investigation and there's things that happen, and then when things start happening that actually endanger the staff that work at these places and stuff like that, that's when they consider it's dangerous or angry spirits, you know? From a suicide death, I could see how that would be the case too. I ain't gonna lie, that would freak me out too. If I had a job at a place like that, I would seriously consider be like, nope.
The building's owner gave up trying to rent the 4th floor out. And just shut it down. He had the buttons in the elevator replaced, and it was reprogrammed that nobody could go on the 4th floor. At least that's what's supposed to happen. For some reason, when people took the elevator, it would sometimes stop on the 4th floor. And when the doors opened, some people would see a figure coming towards them in the darkness.
God!
I still don't know what that was.
Wow, dude. I gotta say though, man, what do you do if you taking the stairs, you get to see what's going, you get to see what's coming, right? You get to see where you're going, up or down, you know, unless it's really, really dark. An elevator, you literally close the door, and what you were seeing is no longer gonna be there when you travel. The door opens, you are in a box. There is nowhere to run. If there's something in front of that elevator door, you're kind of screwed. You're kind of screwed. All you can do is cower in the corner and wet yourself like my boy almost did. Man, we take elevators for granted when you think about it, you know? But, I mean, you can't fear everything like that. You gotta just do it. Stairs are better for your exercise or whatever, but I always take the elevator. At any rate, I hope y'all really, really enjoyed this story. If you did, make sure to subscribe to this guy. He's awesome. As well as check out some of the other reaction videos I did for his videos, guys. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time. Break it down.